Hey there, this is not the type of quarantine film that you're thinking of. Hi there, I'm Eshaan reporting for Kids First, and today we're talking about the space mission that was one small step for man, but one giant leap for mankind. Specifically about the quarantine that ensued after the trio of space voyagers reached Earth. Yes, we're reviewing Apollo 11 Quarantine. Apollo 11 Quarantine is a uniquely relatable found footage style film that is sure to allure space fans, history buffs, and everyone else too. The creators of this film have basically pieced together parts of old footage from newsfeeds and other sources to tell a grand story, a real life story, of astronauts in quarantine. Now, more about that story. This film follows the crew of the Apollo 11 spaceflight, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, in their 21-day quarantine in the summer of 1969. Scientists weren't sure if they had made contact and maybe even brought back dangerous lunar microorganisms or moon dust. This could include like bacteria or anything like that. So the astronauts had to be contained and swabbed and scrubbed down regularly. However, the Apollo 11 crew weren't as isolated as you'd think. They kept contact with the outside world through a pane of thick glass. And this film shows the activities that went on during those 21 days and how much patience and emotional strength the astronauts had to show. It took a lot of resilience for the roving moon explorers who were newly reached Earth, but they pulled through. To the fun stuff now. Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins are the lead characters in the film. Todd Douglas Miller brilliantly edited together all of the individual clips. And besides the editing, the music, and the small intricate scenes of footage that were shot in the 21st century, both help create the ambiance for the film. I also have to say that the audio work is quite interesting. I didn't think that the audio from the late 60s or early 70s was actually surround sound or stereo. So I watched the film with headphones on, and I was surprised that the audio in parts of the film, like when the crew uses the walkie-talkies or things like that, the sound went from one ear to the other, which was quite modern for the mid to late 20th century. Apollo 11 Quarantine promotes the message of resilience and sticking through anything that comes your way. The film shows exactly how difficult it was for the crew of Apollo 11 to be quarantined for 21 days interacting with their newly reunited outside world through a glass pane or capsule. However, they pulled through, and President Gerald Ford congratulated them with a proud speech on day 21 of their quarantine, the last day. I give Apollo 11 Quarantine 4 out of 5 stars, and I recommend it for ages 11 to 18. Adults will enjoy this film as well. Apollo 11 Quarantine will be released exclusively in IMAX on January 29th, 2021, and on Premium On Demand on February 5th, 2021. Alright, that's it for me. Thank you so much for embarking on this interstellar adventure along with me. Please like, share, and subscribe, ring that notification bell, and actually let me know in the comments that if you had to quarantine for 21 days in the 1970s, what would you do to pass your time? Goodbye.